Hey there, welcome back to The Surge and Central Production B. We've been gone for a while, and there are some alarm sirens blaring now, so I think things might have changed a little bit in our absence. I would say that I'm looking forward to seeing the changes around here and hoping that they are positive, but I think security might be having kind of a hard time cleaning the place up, let's say. And plus, I wouldn't say we are exactly friends, so unfortunately they're kind of standing in my way, and for that, they must die. Don't get me wrong, these guys are fine. I would much rather leave them alive and not dismembered in heaps on the floor, but as I think you can see, they're not really leaving me any choice at this point, are they? So I'm wearing the Bloody Proteus set now, as promised, and we're just gonna be running around with this for a little while, because having that healing boost is I don't know, maybe a little bit useful for the enemies in this area, as you might see in a minute. Also, I really like the security guys flipping and flopping everywhere. I really like their acrobatics. Oh, God. Oh, nuts. Well, the security tripods are back, and they've gotten an upgrade, courtesy of Creo Security. These elite tripods have the one thing that these enemies probably shouldn't have had: a ranged attack. The only thing that could make them more dangerous, more annoying, and a little bit more frightening to fight. And they got it. Like I said, they've been upgraded. And they're a little bit tougher now. But in exchange, they drop ancillary core XLs, which are basically the same as the normal ancillary core. Give you free core power in exchange for an implant slot, except they're twice as effective-ish, I think. About twice as effective. Which is very much worth it. It's definitely worth cutting the tails off of those guys. And in addition to the alarm sirens, some other things have changed around here. Some of the signage is different. Some of these computer monitors have different readouts that you might want to pay attention to as we're passing by. And also there are going to be Proteus robots everywhere. Most of them dead, but some of them still kicking. Like I said, these Creo security guys, not so great at their job. However, given the amount of time that they had to organize their task force, I think it's fair to say that they're running a little bit behind here. And I mean, they couldn't get into R&D before because it was locked down. And now that we've overridden, I guess is the word. Now that we've overridden the lockdown, the robots got out, but they can get in. So maybe they'll scrub the place down and we can go home. Although I don't think they're gonna let me go that easy. God. Ugh. I see security setting up barricades too. They're all pointing away from the security hub. So it seems like they are defending the executive forum because, I mean, now we know, thanks to Dr. Barrett, that that's where we need to go. Pretty much. First things first, we're gonna go and see all of our friends and make sure they're doing okay. Plus, we have to talk to Hobbs about that whole Joe situation and maybe catch up with Sally, but we'll do that when we come to it. Something interesting about this bridge is that there are some interesting messages on either side of it, talking about dissuading people from suicide. Think about what you can still achieve and all that stuff. You might want to go back and look at those. Might want to pause the video. There's one on the left right there. That's about as clear of a look as you're going to get in this Let's Play, because I didn't actually pay attention to those while I was recording. I think it's interesting and a little bit scary that Creo had to spend some of their budget on anti-suicide posters to put up on very high bridges that already have railings. There's also some dedications on plaques to fallen members of the team. Rest in peace, Creo. It's dying a slow, wailing, and painful death.
With us once again is Jonah Gutenberg, founder and CEO of Creo.
Oh my.
Jonah, thank you for taking time out of your day.
Believe me, I wish it wasn't necessary. It's not like we're trying to save the planet here or anything.
Yes. Well, let's get straight to the point then.
Please do.
Since we last spoke, there has been an increase in people speaking out against Project Resolve, and even an independent board of scientific researchers that...
Independent board. Let's deal with that word independent. Joseph Tasker of the Global 9 Consortium wanted the manufacturing rights for the Resolve rockets. Rather than building here in the US, he planned to take the jobs overseas. Creo has helped pull the US economy out of its longest slump in history. Harvey Pearson, Nobel Prize-winning scientist, 2 decades ago, was refused work on Resolve because we found his methodology to be haphazard. And that's only 2 of them, believe me. That board is far from independent and impartial. Look, I'm not saying healthy, constructive criticism is bad. Far from it. But this is a witch hunt. This isn't an easy thing we're trying to do here. You don't think we hear these questions internally? Honestly, I don't know what people want from me. This is my life. Project Resolve is my legacy. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's an uphill struggle sometimes, but everyone here works day and night to make sure it succeeds. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I need to be 1,000 places at the same time. It's hard to be everywhere and know everything. I'd leave that to God if it wasn't for the expectations people have of me.
That's quite all right. I understand.
Do you? I think we'll call it a day here. Thank you, Don. Your work here is always appreciated.
Man. Seems Jonah Gutenberg is, giving in to the pressure a little bit. Seems the stress of running Creo, even in spite of all of the pushback from the rest of the world, is getting to him. Or was getting to him, I guess. At this point, we don't really know how long ago those were recorded. I mean, on our first time through here, that wasn't playing. Oh no.
Yeah.
No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no. That's my worst nightmare. No, 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 no. Goodbye. But yeah, I feel bad for Jonah. He's got a lot on his plate, and it seems like he's not getting cut any slack these days.
The area's not safe. I recommend... Oh, it's you. How are you doing, Mr. White Knight?
Ah! Hey, Arena.
Cat got your tongue?
What? Well, what a coward. Yeah, I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. It's nothing personal, just... I'm in the middle of something here. They need me. There's been a security breach in R&D. Big thing. We have to clear the area, so... You shouldn't stick around.
Wait, what do you mean, we?
So, you're part of security?
I would have thought that would have been obvious from the uniform. Speaking of which, I need to get about my business. If I show up with only half of my equipment, the chief will have my head.
Right.
Okay, then let me help. Tell me what you need.
Eager to please. I like that trait in a man. I appreciate your concerns, but I'm ready, or at least I will be, when I can find the rest of my gear. Damn helmet! Where did I leave you? And did I lose my leg and body armor?
But I thought you were an engineer.
Irina, you're an engineer, remember? You told me this.
An engineer? I can barely tighten a screw. Please. My head. I don't have time for this right now.
Uh-oh.
Hey, are you alright?
No, I'm okay. It's just... There's so much going on. Like it's out of control. All the noise, the pain. Sometimes I feel like I can't hear my own thoughts anymore.
Oh, that's not good.
Then tell me, if you're security, you must know what's going on here. right?
That information is classified, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. The investigation is ongoing.
Right.
Have to go now. Try and stay out of trouble.
And you?
Well, Irina seems all out of sorts like a certain other friendly person we're about to have a word with, so we'll help her get
Good
her
to see
equipment.
you. You're back. I can't tell you how relieved I am. Security's starting a major operation down in R&D. I was worried you'd get caught up in it.
Well, I did
Warren?
get caught up in it.
Please contact me. I'll be waiting, okay?
I did get caught up in it, but I fought my way out. First things first, though. What's going on with you, man? Are you okay?
It's all worth it. Is it? Boom! Whoosh! Rocket ships.
What?
Shh. You hear them, don't you? I knew it. You hear them too.
I don't, but Irina probably
Don't
does.
forget
Hey,
your
Hobbs.
help out there. You saved my ass.
I sure did. Twice now, actually.
How are you holding up?
Okay, I guess. Went out a couple of times just to look around. I thought it would have got better, you know. Checked some consoles, first a bunch of errors, then the reboot initiated, but now... You seen that shit? That's code. It's overwriting everything. I'm telling you, something's really broken here.
Or infested.
You and Davey must be best buds by now.
Oh man, the guy's lost it. Found himself some invisible buddies and won't shut up. You know, after he got his shot, he got better. But sweet lord, now look at him.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit. Hobbs, I got some news for you, man.
Somebody's out to kill you, Hobbs. You know that? Name of Joe?
Yeah. It's about Mickey, right? Wasn't much left of him after the blackout. Had that dead man stare. Joe insisted we take him with us. Girl still loved him, even like that. But I didn't do nothing. I swear it was the others.
Okay. Tell me your
Calm
side.
down. It's not me who's after you.
I ain't a murderer. Joe can't know. She weren't there. She went scouting. Hank and Evo and me, we stayed with Mickey. Then those freaks appeared out of nowhere and Mickey just started howling. First sound he made and he just wouldn't stop. Hank grabbed him and shook him and he just wailed more. They were almost on us and Evo went mad with panic, knocked Mickey right upside the head, and Mickey just dropped, stone dead. I feel so ashamed because I just ran.
Well, I don't blame you, buddy.
Take care, Hobbs.
Easy for you to say. Nobody's after your head.
That's fair. However, good news. We have disarmed Joe for the time being, so I think you'll be able to ride it out safe in here. Now let's craft some armor for Irina and get back out there and give it to her before she gets herself hurt. Seems she and Davey are in the same boat now. It's really unfortunate for them. They definitely deserve better than this. Alright, Sally, what's up?
I'm so glad you're back. I can't imagine what it's like out there. The data I'm receiving, their cries for help. The fading signals, they're people. They're people and they're dying. And there's nothing I can do. I'm afraid. The situation's out of control. And it's getting worse. We have to do something. We need to release the lockdown on the executive floors. There'll be someone here who can help.
I'd certainly hope so, but
What if they do know about all this? What if they just don't give a shit and are trying to save their own skins?
I don't know, but I don't think so. This company was started to help people. We need to find a way to stop this and get help. That's what matters. The executive forum is our best chance. It's been in lockdown since it all went crazy. We need to get people out. People who can fix things.
well, I admire your naivete, but it's not that easy.
Have you managed to gain access to any of the systems yet?
Not really. Most of the electrics are fried. The system seemed to reboot, but something's overwriting it. This isn't really my field. I'm lost here. We need someone who understands how it all works. Maybe they can break it down and call help in.
Yeah, maybe. I got a question for you.
You ever heard of Project Utopia?
No. But then I don't know most of what goes on around here. Do you think it has anything to do with what happened?
I don't know yet, but something's wrong.
Well, just don't do anything rash, please. We can't afford to lose our nerve and play on a hunch. Not now. The board would know. If it's got anything to do with the current situation, we should try and inform them as soon as possible.
Fine. Assuming I want to, how would I even get to the executive forum?
You're not gonna like this. There's no chance of getting through the usual way. But now that most of security is roaming the factory, their headquarters should be pretty much wide open, and it leads directly to the executive forum.
Oh, wonderful.
Fabulous. Imagine my enthusiasm.
I know. No matter which route you take, you'll need security clearance. And there's only one logical place to find that. Security HQ. I'm sure most of them are out on the floor or in R&D. This is your best chance, Warren. Take it.
Maybe so, Sally, maybe so.
All right, I'm on my way.
Be safe out there. I don't think it's gonna get any easier.
Yeah, me either. Alright, Sally. I don't entirely buy into what you're selling, but I think I have no choice but to trust you for now.
Fuck them, they think they're so high and mighty. Yeah, I hope you're reading this, you tossers. Echelon 9, what a joke. You think they'd share some info out of professional courtesy, but no, classified. Bunch of butt munchers. I'm telling you, it's goddamn ridiculous. We're all doing the same job, right?
Echelon 9, huh? I guess that means there's 2 ranks of security here at Creo. Those that know what they're doing, and those that are only following orders. So it seems that somebody here does apparently have answers, or at least they're pretending to. But not these guys. Some sort of, secret black task force of some kind is operating behind the scenes here at Creo. And maybe, at Security HQ, we'll find out what's really going on here. Now, Sally and Hobbs mentioned something about a reboot, which I guess happened while we were in R&D. I guess the system rebooted and now everybody's going even crazier than crazy. So that's not great. However, there's still time for us to turn this around. I think that we can make a difference if we can get to the executive forum. So, I think we probably should just head right there, after we hand over this equipment to our slightly crazy friend Irina here.
Oh, it's you. I don't have time right now. Still missing equipment. The chief is going to kill me.
Well, someone else might kill you first, so here, have some equipment.
Can I?
Well, let's see what you got.
Perfect fit, I'd say.
Don't know what to say. Thanks. That is one part closer to being myself again.
Here, I think this helmet should fit.
Thank you. Means I only need to find that one last part now.
Try this. Should be the right one.
Thanks. I owe you one. You just spared me a lot of trouble.
No problem.
Have to go now. Try and stay out of trouble.
I will. Probably thanks to you.
Good luck out there, Irina. I see you're making good use of that weapon I gave you. Hopefully she doesn't turn out like Davy. I think she'll be okay, 'cause she seems to be holding a good grip on her sanity, I guess. It's just a matter of not really remembering who she is. Although, interesting to think about, was she actually an engineer before this, or was she security? Because she's wearing the same rigs as Hobbs, or the same rig as Hobbs, the dark brown colored rig with the black exosuit. But now she's wearing a security suit over that rig. So I think that she probably was an engineer, and now she's starting to kind of lose herself a little bit. Because it seems like security has some sort of brainwashing in effect. Some very, very unfortunate brainwashing. As you can tell by these, by this roaming gang of security dudes trying to kick my ass. Trying to reclaim their assets, so to speak. But I think at this point, we know what's really going on here. This is a scrubbing operation. This is a cleanup crew. They're sent here to remove any trace of this horrible, horrible outbreak of insanity. And you know what? I'm not gonna let them get away with it. Not while I draw breath. To Security HQ we go. Let's see if someone around here is willing to share some info with us. Well, welcome to the guts of Creo, Warren. The headquarters of this mysterious Echelon 9 we've just been informed exists. Very industrial-looking place. I guess this is where security gets their jollies. And we have officially crossed the line.
I knew you'd make it. I knew it. Warren? You still there?
I sure am, Sally.
I didn't doubt you. Please be careful. First of all, it's crucial that you can move freely, or you won't go far. You'll need some kind of authorization. A code, or maybe a borrowed identity. Our primary goal should be to check on the board. And please don't take any unnecessary risks. I don't want to lose you. Not now. I've gotten used to you being around.
Oh, don't worry. I'm as safe as can be.
Where can I find the board?
Where do you think? In the boardroom. Did you really need to ask that?
Well, it's worth asking anyway, you know.
What can you tell me about this sector?
I always found it exciting. The hub of Creo. Decisions made here affect the world, and we can find help here, Warren. I know it.
I certainly hope so.
So where are you? You said you're stuck in management. I'm here.
When you break the lockdown, all the doors should open. I'll meet you in the boardroom once you've taken down the firewall. We'll finally be able to put an end to this nightmare.
Thank God.
I better get going.
Be safe. We're so close now.
You know what, Sally, you're alright. I actually kind of feel bad for not trusting her earlier, because, you know, she does seem pretty okay after all we've been through. You know, it was a little bit iffy there for a minute, but I don't know. I've come to appreciate her presence, I guess. I feel bad for ignoring her, because really all this time she's just been trying to give us advice. And it's the circumstances surrounding us that's been giving us the runaround, not her. So I'm sorry, Sally. I apologize for mistrusting you. I guess it was a little bit misplaced after all. Now, we need to get our hands on a security suit. And, it might not be as easy as you think. Because it's in there, but we don't have the proper authorization just yet. And there's only one way to get it.
Be careful out there.
Yanking it off of someone's corpse, as per our MO so far. Naturally, they're not going to let it go without a fight, so we're just going to have to beat up everybody on the way in here, and I mean, I don't mind that, you know, like, I wish we didn't have to fight these guys, but I'm not so torn up that it's become a necessity for our continued survival. Cutting the body off of these security guys is very obnoxious. It's very difficult. They have a very resilient body. I mean, I was hitting that guy almost exclusively in the chest with my weapon, and it still wasn't enough. It's just crazy. So believe it or not, there is a little bit of stealth you can do here. I think the game recognizes that fighting these security dudes all by your lonesome is not quite suicide, but it's close enough that it could legally be considered euthanasia. So they let you sneak around the side here so you can draw them out one by one. But, we don't really need to do that, I think. This guy's not even wearing any armor. You can just beat him up. Ugh. Alright, well that wasn't quite sneaky, but I tried, okay? I tried. You know, I gotta say, I'm glad we took the equalizer from Joe, because it's quite a workhorse. It's kind of unfortunate that it's so slow without, you know, the Lynx suit, but we're carrying around a whole bunch of weapons, as you can see by me cycling through them all the time. So, you know, at least we're getting some variety in, along with our good old standards at this point. So yeah, these security guys, they put up a hell of a fight, but they are no match for Cool Guy Warren. Which is me. I'm Cool Guy Warren.
That bitch just tried to get me killed. I know it. She made me go through security, right through the damn HQ. Said there was no other way. Sure, the vent system would have been a better option. Even the main entrance was less guarded. I nearly got killed because of her. I am so stupid to put all my trust in her. But who else have I got?
Huh. You see on the left there that they're keeping an eye on me. I think I might have turned into public enemy #1 among these people. And on Mallory's end, I guess she didn't trust Sally anymore. I think we're starting to get differing opinions. On the one hand, I kind of agree with her that Sally kind of, like I said, Sally has kind of gone behind our back, you know? She is clearly taking advantage of us. She wants us to get to the executive forum, and it's starting to seem like it's her fault that we're even in this situation. What with not becoming a mindless drone and all that when the titular The Surge happened. However, I think it's better to be thankful for that, really, because if it weren't for her intervention, we'd be a vegetable just like the rest of these people. So in that way, I think I'm happy to have her help.
Copy that.
Oh God.
Right, the network's still down. That means no internal sensors or cameras, but we did just get a power spike from one of the service elevators. That means we have an intruder on this floor. I want additional forces to the boardroom right away. Nothing's to get through. In the meantime, you two, go and check out the area around the elevator. Coordinates have already been sent. No games, no warnings. Take down any unauthorized personnel immediately. Well, what are you waiting for? Move out.
Whew. Good thing I didn't jump down there. That probably would have been bad. And you can jump right on down there, right into the boss fight if you so choose, and all of those guys will come after you, and it's a very bad idea. But now that we have some alone time with this Black Cerberus, let's have a word.
Lay down your weapons and come peacefully. Or don't. It's just the same to me.
I don't think so, buddy. So, this is the Black Cerberus, the leader of the current run of security folks. There might be a couple less people on his squad once I'm done, but for now, he's the leader of their bunch. His coconut gun fires in spurts and all that stuff. Oh, but he's not gonna fight fair. No, no. As we've learned in the Surge so far, fighting fair is for chumps. He's got a Pax on his side, or 2, or 10, or 12.
Unauthorized personnel in vicinity.
Remember this guy? I remember this guy. The one in abandoned production was a lot less tough, and not necessarily equipped with the same tech, because you may remember that it blew up. But this one... No, this one's got the full capability. And by the way, the PAX robot is not the only gimmick of this fight. You see, every time you reach a quarter of his health bar, the Black Cerberus will summon a PAX unit and run off to his little safe haven. And he will heal about a third of the health he's missing. And the secret way to prevent that is to use the attacks from the PAX robot to blow up those healing tanks. You can see he's got a couple of those tanks in the room, and he's using them right now to recharge his spirit bomb energy. So let's just stop him from doing that before we get back to the carnage. I like this boss. I think this boss is a cool combination of unconventional gimmicks versus like just a mano fight, you know? I guess we don't really know the guy personally, so not like we have a real stake against the Black Cerberus, but keep in mind, he is in charge of all of these people that are running around trying to kill us, so I'm a little bit miffed at him. I don't know about you. And here he comes. So at the start of this area, I picked up a new drone or I picked up a new module for my drone, that is. We can now use a kinetic barrier to prevent physical damage. It is not game-breakingly useful, but it does save you quite a lot of trouble later on in the game. That said, the Black Cerberus, he has a pretty cool, unique weapon that does these big, crazy slams. So it's not actually super useful against him, because pretty much every attack he does will knock you over, but it is still useful for just preventing the raw physical damage of his attack. If you want to extract every little bit out of your healing that you can, the shield drone is invaluable, it really is. So yeah, just gotta get in your knocks where you can, and I'm gonna avoid using my drone again because the Black Cerberus, this dog's about to get put out to pasture, let's say. Or wait, sheep? This sheep is about to get put out to pasture. I'll see you all next time, when we get our hands on a security suit, and finally enter the Executive Forum.